Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to Mysterious Writings. Following are the top new quotes from John Collins Black in regards to what he is saying about the search for all 5 of his treasure boxes. I'll be following up with quotes John has given on each individual box in videos later in the week with a bit more of my own commentary on those, so subscribe today. There's a lot of great new information to help us narrow in on our solutions. And to note, these are all from what is being called the anniversary interviews, of which I've listed on the Mysterious Writings website. The link is below. There's a lot here, so let's get to them. John said, "It is entirely possible that people have been close to all 5 treasure boxes." He also said, "There is one box I am intrigued no one has discovered, as the lion's share of its clues have been solved, yet these clues have not been seen to completion." When asked if finding the box would become more difficult year over year because of leaves and other debris, John said, "No, because I did not bury the box with everything but its lid showing," referring to the Forest Fens chest. He went on to say, "I did not unearth any ground to put anything inside the unearthed ground, so it's not that way." John suggested none of the boxes are in adjacent states, but he did backstep a little by saying, "I'm thinking like, for instance, on the East Coast where you have small states, you're not going to have 2 adjacent states because that can't be spread out. So the big states are still in question, but probably not." John said, "I suspect that once one treasure is found, others may follow with more speed." He said no 4-wheel drive is needed, but he thought and said technically one of the boxes might be a little bumpy, but you don't need a 4-wheel drive. He said once the first treasure is found, you will have a pretty good idea what the other treasures look like. He said none are hidden in fake tree stumps or fake boulders. He said, "I do not believe any treasure has been found so far. However, for some reason, Mother Nature seemed relentlessly hell-bent on destroying one of our treasure boxes. I had to check to see if it was still safe where I left it. I am happy to report that it is." John was asked, "Do you think one box will be found before another?" He answered, based on what he has seen, there was one box at least which was a contender for being found first, but that didn't happen. John wouldn't specify which. He was also asked, "Do you think anyone came within 100 feet of these boxes?" John answered, "Yes, probably." John said at least on a couple of boxes people have been pretty close, but you can get close and then you can give up or discouraged. If you don't follow through, then that box might stay there longer than it would have otherwise. There might not be a big difference between a box being found in 6 months or a month or a year to a box that takes 6 years because the few people that were right on it didn't finish the task." John said he felt the Appalachian Footpath box was the most searched for, with the lion's share of Forest Fen being probably the least searched for. So there are the top new quotes relating to all 5 treasure boxes. As mentioned, I'll be diving into things said for each of the treasure boxes individually in the coming days. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time here at Mysterious Writings.